We are going to come on to our mats or our floor into quadruped position, which is on the hands and knees. And we're going to start with our lumbar spine or low spine. So folding forward with our forehead and our forearms. I want you to try and lock out your T-spine so that we're only moving our low spine. So from here, we're tucking the tail, rolling the spine up into flexion, and then untucking the tail, coming down into extension. Big breath in, tuck. Big breath out, extend. So we're going to alternate between 4 more of these. Flexing, and then extending the lumbar spine, low back. Awesome. So now we are going to sit in our heels, hands in front of the knees. If you find your ankles will not allow this sort of load to be on them, you can sit on a pillow between your heels and your bum. Otherwise, hands are right in front of your knees. We're going to do the same thing with the upper spine, so pulling the shoulder blades down and back as you slightly look up. Then we're going to push the floor away, tuck the chin, round the thoracic spine, or mid to upper spine. Pull the floor in, shoulder blades down and back, looking slightly up, wedging the spine. Push the floor away, tuck the chin, round. Pull the floor in, shoulder blades down and back, wedging, looking slightly up. Push the floor away, tuck the chin, rounding. Last one, each way, floor into you, shoulder blades down and back, wedging. Last one, push away, tuck the chin, round spine. So we're gonna come back to neutral, and then we're gonna actually do some neck cars. So in the same position you're in, if your knees are still okay, we're gonna pull the shoulder blades down so that everything's locked out, the T-spine and the lumbar spine. So everything but the neck. So everything is nice and tight. Pull the floor into you. And we're going to trace circles with our neck. So starting with folding forward. We're going to rotate over the left side. Keep pulling that floor into you. Wrapping the neck around to the other shoulder. Back to your starting point. We are going to do 2 each direction. Keep pulling that floor in, locking out the rest of the spine. That's 2, now we're switching directions. Fighting for every little bit of space. As you move through your neck circle, neck car. Good. Great. So we're going to come out of that. Just going to grab a quick sip here. Now we're going to move on to some of the core strength, general core strengthening stuff I was talking to you guys about at the beginning. So the first thing we're going to do is a bridge. So we're going to come on to our backs. Feet are shoulder width apart. First thing we want to do is tuck our ribs down or compress through the abdomen so we're eliminating space under our low back. Once you've done that, you're going to squeeze your bum, drive your hips up. Hands can be up or down. We're going to come back to our starting position. Tuck the ribs down, eliminate that space. Drive straight up. Come back down. We're going to do a set of 10, so that was 2. Should be feeling this in your big glute muscles. If you are feeling it in your low back, you're probably not maintaining that pelvic tilt or the ribs down before you lift. That's 5. Make sure the toes are pressing into the ground. Sometimes they come off the floor. That's 9. We've got one more. Tail tuck. Hips high. Holding at the end here. We're going to hold for 15 seconds. Keep pulling the ribs down. Strong front core. Squeeze the bum. 3, 2, 1, and come on back down. Good. From here, we are going to bring our legs up. If you feel safe doing so, hands can cross the body on opposite shoulders. We are going to pull the ribs down again to eliminate that space under the low back. We're going to drop alternating heels. So one side drops, comes back up. The other side drops, comes back up. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Press the low back down. So we're going to aim for a set of 20. That's 11. 12. Constantly fighting to keep your low back pressed down into the ground. 15. 19 and 20. Good, we're going to hug our knees now, do some little circles here. You can also move left to right if that feels better. And we're going to switch directions. Good, legs come back down. We're going to roll onto our sides. Just have a couple more for you guys. So when we're on our sides, we're going to be on our elbow. We are going to do a side plank hold. So starting with your knees bent. Make sure your shoulder is strong and healthy. You're going to plop yourself up, hand on your hip, squeezing the bum. Nice tall, long spine. We're just going to hold here. If that's too easy, you can come onto your feet. Keep pushing the ground away with the elbow. We're going to come back down and switch sides. Again, starting with the knees, make sure you're safe here. Once you're good with that, if you'd like, you can come to your feet. Make sure we're taking big breaths in and out through the mouth. No, in and out through the nose. Sorry guys, still waking up. Always the nose if you can. Good, slowly come back down out of that. We have one more left, so we are going to do bird dogs. So with the bird dogs, we want to make sure we're not kicking up high. It's not a glute exercise, it is a spine exercise. So we're reaching out, but our back toe never comes more than 2 inches off the ground. So we're going to reach, come back, reach, come back. 8 each side. That's 4. Breathe in as you reach. Breathe out as you come back. 3 more. Last one. Good, that's 8. Switching sides. Low back is nice and flat. Tuck the tail slightly. Think about pulling the ribs down. Seven, last one. And 8. So we're gonna finish up with some child's pose. So knees are slightly wider than your hips. Heels and feet are together. You're gonna reach your hands out in front. Push our chest through. Just gonna hang out here for 5 big breaths. So in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe walking your fingertips away from you. Okay, let's come out of that. Awesome job, you guys. So that's gonna actually be it for today. So that routine is just something that if you find you're suffering from low back pain or you have poor spine mobility, that's a good one just to do every morning when you wake up to get you ready and going for your day.